Hello from the Music Interview Corner, guys. I'm again here with Cradle of Filth with Dani. Hi, Dani.
How are you doing there?
I'm good. I'm good. Pretty cold, but good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Basking in the glorious English sun. No, I'm not. It's cold as well.
Your new album, your 14th studio album, The Screaming of the Valkyries, is gonna come out on March 21st. How did you experience the recording process and the writing process?
Um, I was there. I was there for both of them. Um, well, we spent a lot of the last 4 years or 5 years since the pandemic, or 4 years since the pandemic, touring, trying to make up for lost ground, I suppose.
Mhm.
And therefore, a lot of the writing was done on the road. In the meantime, we've had two new members join. So I think that obviously contributed to the sound. Um, and also the actual studio recording took about a year because we were busy touring. We'd do like the drums, bass, go out on tour, come back, guitars, go back out on tour. So it was a lengthy process. Um, it had its ups and downs. But yeah, it worked really well, and I think the end result speaks for itself. The production is amazing.
Yeah, and I remember last time we spoke in December, you were just getting ready for your By Order of the Dragon European and UK tour. How did the tour go?
The tour was amazing, actually. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Um, it was possibly a couple of days too long, and I say that because we were having a wonderful time, and then everybody was hit by this debilitating illness where it was throwing up and shitting yourself at the same time. Um, And then our bus broke down. Like literally, we were in Amsterdam and we got there, stayed the night, did the gig, stayed the night, woke up in the morning going, this place looks exactly like yesterday. So weird. And we'd just broken down. So we made the gig, albeit with no support act, very, very late at night and still did it. But other than those two tiny little hiccups, the rest of the tour was amazing. Really enjoyed it.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I was at the Berlin concert because you guys invited me, and I know you had to end it a little early in the Berlin show because you guys were sick.
Oh my God, yeah. That was the begin. That was the first day of the proper. Well, not for me at least. Me and Zoe. It was terrible. Like our monitor engineer had it and couldn't do the show. And I'd seen him all day, just like literally sitting next to a bin and just running to the toilet, and he
Mm.
looked like death. And I was like, oh, thank God I haven't got it. And then, yeah, it was horrible. I do apologize about that, but ooh.
No problem. I think it's really amazing and badass that you still played the show.
Well, half of it at least. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, and speaking of death and mortality, yesterday you released the single and the music video White Hellebore, and it's a lot
yes.
about mortality. And yeah, can you tell me more about that and who had the idea for the music video?
Um, well, it was myself and the director we batted ideas about. I mean, it was mainly him, to be honest, after I sent him the lyrics, and he did his own interpretation of what he thought this character that likens itself to uh, the flower white hellebore will be about. So it's like a Hollywood starlet who's met her death, and then this morgue assistant who is very creepy and seems like he's going to do unnatural things with her dead body. But instead, well, you have to watch it.
And how were the reactions so far that you got from your fans for the single and music?
Oh, really good. I mean, this is the third video from this album thus far, and yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's someone new that we started working with, and we were actually. I didn't realize that yesterday was release day. I've been so busy, I forgot about it. And myself and the director were up till 3 in the morning, uh, just 3 in the morning, making last minute edits. And
Oh,
then,
really?
like, yeah, and then about 6 hours later, it's released on the world. So hats off to him for going beyond uh, the actual Call of Duty there. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it looks amazing. It's scary and it looks amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, and I noticed that you like to release music at special dates. Like last time we spoke about Malignant Perfection that was released just in time for Halloween, and now the Screaming of the Valkyries comes out for the spring equinox. Is that coincidence or intentional?
Well, I think the whole album has a very spring. Well, no, I wouldn't say spring like that. Everybody would imagine something like garlands of flowers and that. It's very bacchanal, very pagan, very. There's a strong message yet, and I think I always loved albums that came out in the spring because everything was changing in the world, and it really coloured the way I looked, my outlook on the album and on the world. If it was a great record. Um, I remember it with lots of records like Suicidal Tendencies when they brought out How Will I Laugh Tomorrow. And it was just became like a summer album for me. It sort of went through the year and it was very seasonal. So yeah, I'm pleased we brought it out now. And I'm very pleased that we dragged the release forward for the first single to incorporate um, Halloween because of the subject matter of the song. All Hallows Eve and Samhain, Big Witch's Sabbath. It wouldn't have worked. Well, it would have been a little bit out of date had it come out for Christmas or Valentine's
Oh,
Day,
yes.
because or Easter.
Yeah, and I would like to talk about the topic mortality. I feel like in your lyrics, and especially White Hellebore, you think a lot of mortality and probably confront yourself with your own mortality. How does that feel, and did that change your outlook on life?
Well, a little bit, yeah. I mean, I think we all live in dread of our mortality at the moment with what's going on in the world. I mean, if World War III kicks off, they say we've got 114 hours before the everything ends. So I think that's a big overshadowing bugbear. And despite the album being very positive and all about escapism, the last song is probably the most dismal track. When Misery Was a Stranger, and that's where the title of the album originates. It's a line in that track. And by the Screaming of the Valkyries, metaphorically, I'm imagining that if everybody was to hear Judgment Day and all this screaming from the heavens, knowing that the the Valkyrie angels, whatever, were being overrun, and Asgard, heaven, whatever, was falling, and it was Ragnarok, the end of days. It would be a cataclysmic event akin to walking down the street and suddenly an atom bomb goes off above the city, or you're on a beach and a tidal wave, 100 feet high, is about to hit. It's a cataclysmic event without escape. And that is essentially what the album title means. Or you could just read into it and say, wow, that's a great heavy metal album title.
And I feel that Cradle of Filth is very different from other black metal bands because you have this unique way of combining extreme metal with pop culture, basically. How did you get there?
On a perilous 30-year journey to Mordor. Um, Pretty much, yeah. And there's plenty of other bands doing. Dodheim's Guard released a very, very unique record last year that I would say bordered on pop even more so than us. Um, so I don't think it's a. And pop culture also reminds me of Andy Warhol and very brash colours, and that's definitely not us. Um, I think we're just broken down a few barriers. For example, we've just done or we're about to embark on a big collaboration with the fashion brand Vetement. They did a Parisian fashion show last September. I didn't go, I was in Brazil, I missed it. I was a bit mad about it. But they sold a lot of ideas there and, had models walking the catwalk with these ideas, and people loved the ideas. And they're going to do a whole capsule with the band. And I love it. I love that. Just like people would never think it. They would never marry the two entities, Cradle of Filth and Vetements. And I guess it's like our involvement with Bring Me the Horizon or Ed Sheeran. It's not what we do all the time, but when we do it, We do it because it's such a massive juxtaposition that people always say, no, that's impossible, or no, I can't believe that's going to happen. And I love just meddling with people's perspectives. Um, I wouldn't do it all the time. It's like the Jesus shirt. Yeah, that's iconic. Everybody knows about it. Does it overshadow our career? No, it's just another weird string to our bow. Sometimes we get up on the wrong side of the proverbial grave and are in weird, provocative moods. And most of the time, we're, as people say, darkly poetic and full of gothic promise.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It sounds very interesting and very like out of the box for black metal.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not so out of the box, because if you remember back in the day, probably about 10 years ago, Garl from Godseed, he was designing women's bikinis and summer fashion with
Yeah.
his boyfriend. And no one's gonna moan at Garl.
Oh, and on March 22nd, your fans have a chance to meet you at an album signing session in London.
Yes.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, what is the funniest or craziest interaction with a fan that you ever had?
Well, if you discount stalkers, I don't know. There's been lots of weird things. People bring strange things, bones, skulls, other dead things, presents, cool presents, weird presents, things they make. Somebody gave us their prosthetic limb once. Well, they gave it to us to sign, and then later on that night in the gig in Sydney, it came flying on stage. So I presume they didn't want it anymore. Um, I don't know. Our relationship with our fans has always been really good. It's always a pleasure and it's always fun. You get the occasional very, very overly serious person, but generally, yeah, it's a good conversational um, event where people can sort of see the human side of you, and it's good interaction. They get stuff signed. You marvel at all the bootlegs people bring along. It's win-win situation. I and also that weekend, myself and my girl get to spend a lovely weekend in London.
Mhm. Cool. And what are your plans for the future?
Well, band-wise, obviously the album comes out next week. Mid-April, we begin our co-headline tour with Diane Fetus in the States. It's part of the Chaos and Carnage touring festival, and that lasts until mid-May. Then we do a bunch of summer festivals, which are linked by our own headline shows with Nervosa, uh, the South American thrash band, all female. Oh, what is wrong with me today?
Oh, it's funny.
All female thrash band in support. And mid August, we go and explore South America.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, then I think that were all my questions already. Is there anything you would still talk about? We could still extend, but I think that was everything I wanted to ask you today.
Um, no, I think I'm good. Thanks to everybody for supporting the band. I go out and check out our three videos. They're all there on YouTube. We've got some amazing color variants of our album. We didn't bring a special edition this time. We literally decided against it because despite the special edition tracks on the last record being as good as the songs on the album, people were like, I love the album, it's amazing. My only critique would be that it's two songs too long. And we'd be like, you had the choice when you got to the Amazon counter to decide which one you wanted. So this time we just delivered something that we wanted to do. Here you go. These are the 9 songs. There's no faff. There's no extra thrills. There's plenty of thrills enough, but there's no like sort of remixed demo version for the Philippines or anything like that. It's just, there you go. There's the 9 songs. So forgive us for that. But there's some amazing colored variant vinyls uh, with expanded art, I think, and yeah, cool as fuck. Oops.
Oh, no, that's fine. We love swearing at Music Interview Corner.
Oh, great. Fuckly
That's fine.
fuck, 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 cunt.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
fuck you, you fucking cuck. Yeah, or in Finland we say
Awesome.
vittu, but yeah. Oh, fuck you, you fucking fuck. What's your favorite swear word, by the way?
Probably cunt, shitty, bollocks, fuck, wank.
Beautiful. I have to put that on my list. Yeah, then I wish you all the best for the album release and the tour and the signing session. And thank you for the nice interview, Danny.
Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.